Well, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Monday. Let me check my notes. Oh, June 19, 2023. This is your daily sports betting brand of record. We call it the Early Edge. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it's not close. My goodness, do we have a lot to get to today. Now, this is the end of our week. For those of you that are brand new to this brand, welcome. We want everybody here, but we go Tuesday to Monday. We do everything different. But the one thing we always do, win more than we lose. Most of the time. Yesterday, another solid day, thanks to your boy. How about a little 3 out of 4 in round 4 of the U.S. Open? Me, Counselor, Patrick McDonald, we all crushed it. M squared, we all killed it. Hopefully you guys tailed. If you didn't, I keep telling you, I'm a top capper. I don't know what else I need to do. Now, a busy day for those crew members today at the brand. Here's where we're going to show up today on CBS Sports HQ. Just download the CBS Sports app. That's all you got to do. I will be on at 1:45 Eastern talking Major League Baseball. I'm bringing all my picks from the crew. Then at 6, M squared. Then at 8 tonight, we're talking live betting with AB and M squared as well. Now, with all that being said, you know there is not a day where my absolute very best come to the table. We don't just work 8 months a year. We work every single day. Oh, look at the stars. You know them. You love them. Now, they're actually touting you, Counselor, for your first 5 yesterday with the Rangers. You can't possibly say that was top shelf capping by you.
Oh, it was top shelf capping. It was top shelf Texas Rangers. It is not a first 4 bet for a reason. The Rangers have done this for us in the past. You can't call it luck just because it happened in the 5th inning. It is a first 5 bet. When the Texas Rangers are batting, they are live to put up 2, 4, 6, however many runs, and they did it again for us. It's a cash. Very proud of it. Let's go.
A new quote, maybe a new t-shirt. It's not first 4 for a reason, courtesy of First 5 Sia. Now, for you other two, one, my arch nemesis, we meet again. And for his little prop-up boy, as I like to call him, Propstarz over there. Oh, Buckets is my boy. Buckets, I got something for you, but my first question is, have you licked those wounds yet from I don't even normally work on Saturdays. And I came out of whatever I was doing to beat you in a showdown in your own sport.
Buckets, it's okay. You don't need to answer this, Buckets. I got you. I am now officially Buckets' promoter. I will be speaking on his behalf, Coach. And Buckets is more than ready. He is prepped. He is fired up. It's Bounce Back Monday at Buckets HQ, Coach. So be on your best behavior.
Wow.
I like it. I weirdly respect that. Now, I've got something for the both of you two in a second, but we got to get into it because we got a lot of things on the board today. Got a lot of baseball, and I mean a lot of baseball, little day baseball today as well. So we are fading or following. Today is a favorite day. There's no chief dog of the day today. No, Padres over the Giants, who, by the way, I see many of you crying in the chat, and many of you who have not hit the like button yet. What are you doing? Crying about the Giants ruined my parlay with the Dodgers. They got swept. It happens. Astros over the Mets. Twins over the Red Sox. Counselor, start us off. Where are we going today?
Yeah, speaking of the Giants, you wonder if and when the regression is coming. They've been really impressive and really impressive with the bats in particular, which I really didn't see that coming. With that said, I think I'm going with Michael Wacha and the San Diego Padres, who I think are due or are in the midst of some positive regression themselves. So I think we might start to see San Francisco start to fade a little bit from what we've seen lately. And I think we might see San Diego start to rise a little bit. I like what Michael Wacha has done over his last few starts. So give me the Padres.
All right, one for the Padres. Proppy, what are the mean streets telling you, big boy?
Coach, if I were to tell you who the best pitcher has been pretty much across the board, every single raw stat coupled with advanced metrics since May 1st, you would guess who? Michael Wacha. He has been absolutely phenomenal for the Padres. I believe he has a 11 of 12 quality starts. Give me the Padres in this spot against the Giants, who I agree with Sia are due for some aggression.
All right, very good. Love the analysis. You better have your paper and pencil out there. All right, so that is fade or follow. But you guys know, I just told you, we're taking over every single network. And by the way, those of you in the chat that are giving us props for propping up pause for people, I've got something for you too coming up in just a couple of seconds. But before we do that, I got to show you where we are all day long. Snake.
Get breaking news,
Big news coming out of the NFL today.
highlights, and instant reaction.
The largest final round comeback in Ford championship history. We're down to the final four.
I just want to take time to analyze greatness.
Talk winners and losers with a guy who's already a big winner.
CBS Sports HQ. It's all sports all day long.
I apologize. There's somebody in the chat. I lost them because there's so many of you watching for the very first time live. Been here for a couple of years. First time live. Welcome. Bring all your friends. It's great. You actually get a little extra if you watch live. Now, this next segment we like to call Pick the Prop. And Proppy, real quick, yesterday, did we hit any of these? Did we cash any of these yesterday?
I believe we did, Coach. I believe we have a nice streak going on these as well. So we're going to continue that today, Coach. And I absolutely love Paul Goldschmidt in this matchup. Going against Josiah Gray. He's given up 10 home runs this season, 38 home runs last year. I know it's chalky, but this is about as good as a matchup as you could ask for Goldschmidt. So give me the big slugger in St. Louis.
All right, so St. Louis. The other day we hit with Salvador Perez and Shohei Ohtani. So buckets, who are you going with today, big boy?
Man, the amount of people when I hit that last one, Coach, on Shohei Ohtani that said, buckets, thank you, I appreciate you, but you got to learn to pronounce these guys' names. I do not have to do anything that I do not want to do, first and foremost, which is why I'm going off the board again today. I don't know who any of these guys are. No clue who these three are, but you know who I do know, guys? You know who has cashed for us before and who I'm going to keep going back to? That's right. It's our boy, Jorge Soler. I don't know how to say it, but that doesn't matter because in that matchup between Blue Jays versus the Marlins at plus 450, we got to take that. And I know that Marlins are the underdogs here, but Soler is the kind of batter who feeds off of right-handed pitchers, especially when he's on the road. In his 20 home runs he has so far this season, 11 of them came against right-handed pitchers, and 13 of them came while this team was on the road. So expect him to just be swinging freely here today, and I would not be surprised if he did, in fact, go the yard.
I hope this is true, because if this is true, I'm going to lose my mind. Jason says, buckets, that guy is not even playing today.
He is.
Is he playing today?
Well, unless he's not in the lineup. I mean, the Marlins are playing. I think he's in the lineup.
Oh my God. That would be the best if he's not playing today. But still leave it to buckets, who I don't allow any of my crew members to talk to each other, so we don't influence our picks. He just made a pick that goes directly against a pick by Counselor and a pick by Propstarz. But apparently Propstarz is your best friend. So I'll be anxious to see how that plays out here in a couple of minutes too. And you didn't even know you did that.
No clue.
That should be on your first T-shirt. Just your face and says no clue. That's what we do. All right, Counselor, where are we going?
I think it was Raving Derelict who mentioned "Welcome to the party, pal." I love that phrase. I think I want to put that on one of my shirts. First five Sia, welcome to the party, pal. Of course, I referenced that yesterday. Bruce Willis, Die Hard. I'm going to reference Propstarz right now because I'm going with Paul Goldschmidt against Josiah Gray at plus 260. Goldschmidt 2 home runs this last week. I think he's going to have another one tonight.
I love it. Capper Taylor says he's going against Toronto. Proppy may or may not have a play in that game. I love when you guys listen to our phrases. I love when you use our phrases. May or may not. Again, another T-shirt. I keep teasing this merch. Do you think maybe we're working on something? I don't know.
Hey, Coach. Real quick here. Somebody has graciously pointed out that the Marlins are, in fact, the home team here. I forgot that in soccer, the home team is always first, and every other sport, they're second. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Well, in a weird way, he just educated us on soccer. In a weird way, you just did that. I don't even know how you did it, but you did it. All right. All right. We got to get into our board for the day. Before we do that, you got to pay. Somehow we're paying buckets. Somehow we are paying buckets. Here's a word from one of our incredible partners.
They say patience is a virtue. But for some things, we can't wait.
The Super Bowl on CBS, February 2024. What do you think the early edge is going to be, gentlemen? Where do you think we're going to be? On site? On site? Buckets, that means we're going to be at the Super Bowl. That's what on site means.
Me too.
All right. Well, never say never. Never say never. All right. And for those of you watching live, I want you to wait till the end of the show. We got a little something extra for you today at the end of the show, but you got to stay live. All right. Now, we got day baseball. We got soccer. And the soccer is in the day here in the United States. So we're pressing. We got to get the numbers. So buckets. Normally, I don't like to do this, but I need you to start us off with a couple of bangers. Let's go.
All right. No pressure. I got this. Let's start off with the matchup between Armenia and Latvia taking place at noon this afternoon in the Euro qualifiers. So this is one of the few games that starts in just a few hours. You want to make sure you want to get these tickets in quickly. We're going to be going with Armenia over 1.5 goals team total here, currently sitting at minus 130. They're coming off of a scorching hot win over Wales, in which they beat Wales 4-2, which now gave them 4 of their last 6 games, hitting over 1.5 goals on that team total there, coach. They're playing a Latvia team that really has had no trouble scoring. So BTTS could be another good look here. But this is a team that defensively, especially on the road, is just non-existent. Latvia has only won 1 of their last 6 matches here. And Armenia, with a big win here, would jump from 5th in the group to tied for 1st in the group. So there's a lot of motivation for Armenia to really show up and give a good match here. Then for my second pick, I'm going to a 245 Euro qualifier between two bizarre teams, and it's a bit of a bizarre bet as well here. I'm looking at that match between the Republic of Ireland taking on Gibraltar, and we're going with Gibraltar on the spread. The spread here is plus 3.5 goals, currently sitting at minus 130. And Gibraltar has been a bit of a beast to bet recently. First of all, because I did not know this was a real place until a couple months ago. But second of all, because Gibraltar is one of those just frustrating teams where they do not play to win, because frankly, they know they can't win. The way Gibraltar plays is to reduce and minimize the damage as much as possible. And we saw that both against France and against Netherlands. Both France and Netherlands beat Gibraltar 3-0 in their past 2 games. But France had 31 shots and Netherlands had 52 shots to Gibraltar's combined 2 shots. So this is a team that just sits back, they play defense, they try to get some valuable experience, and they minimize damage. Meanwhile, the Republic of Ireland has not scored 4 or more goals against an opponent since August of 2016. So 6-7 year gap there. Expect Gibraltar to lose here, but not by 4 goals here, coach.
Amazing next level capping. Now, it's not a top capper, but it's next level capping. And we've arrived at a time in our show's history where I need to validate all the soccer picks. That's just kind of where we're at. So Jeff says, I want coach's thoughts on Armenia. He seems to be the premier soccer capper. No, Jeff, I agree. And I will endorse the Armenian team total over 1.5. Now, somebody else is asking about, are you on Turkey or Wales from Bradley? Now, I'm not going to allow you to answer that because I told people we got something coming at the end of the show. We got something coming. We're not going to talk any more about European until the end of the show, but I got something for everybody. All right, now we got to keep it moving. So we heard from Buckets. How about his best friend? Oh, his best friend, Propstarz. Where are we at today, sir?
Coach, we are going to go away from the K-pop streets. I will have an article out in the next few hours with my model projections and some picks. But for now, I'm going to back the Toronto Blue Jays money line. I love this spot for them, Coach. They've lost 3 consecutive series, 6 of their last 9 games. Now heading to Miami for a 3-game trip there. I really like this spot for them to potentially bounce back. Jose Barrios has quietly been one of the best starters in the league, particularly over the last month or so of the season. 5 of his last 6 starts are quality starts. The one start that wasn't, he went 5 2/3, shut out the Twins in that start. So he has been pitching really, really well. I think the Blue Jays will be very motivated. They are facing a relief pitcher, Brian Hoeing, who is making his 3rd career start today against this Blue Jays lineup that crushes opposing right-handed pitchers. He's only pitched more than 3 innings once in his career. We've got Toronto's ace on the mound. I really think they're going to be highly motivated in this spot. Give me the Blue Jays. I know it's juicy, but like we say, Coach, the juice is worth the squeeze.
Oh, my God. My heart is full listening to Give a Take. My heart is full. Now, what are the words that we love so much here at the brand Buckets when one pick feeds right into another pick? What do we call that?
Day baseball, baby. Synergy. Feed into each other. Synergy.
It's not funny the second time. It is not funny the second time. Why would day baseball be one of the one words we love so much? That's two words. All right, I got to stop. Or my head's going to explode. All right, but I still encourage you to stay till the end of the show. Sia, if you don't mind, sir, please get this train back on the track.
I don't mind. That was amazing. By the way, there is kind of day baseball. There's a 4:05 start, St. Louis at Washington, that Paul Goldschmidt home run prop. You're going to see that around 4:20, if not earlier, probably 4:15. But we're going to go Blue Jays first 5 money line -160. Of course, Propstarz just covered that, so I don't want to go too in depth here. But the reality is, I really like Jose Berrios. Last time we took him as a first 5, he literally had a no-hitter through 5, and unfortunately, we ended up pushing that bet. Toronto got a few hits, but they couldn't get a run across the board. I really like this matchup against Hoang, who probably, and by the way, that is how you pronounce his name. He probably isn't going to go deep into this game. Berrios is probably going to go deep. His last 4 games, he's gone between 5 2/3 and 7 2/3. And I'm not cherry picking a sample size of 4 games because he was good in those 4 games. The 3 games prior, he was pretty good too against the Rays, the Yankees, and the Braves. I'm looking for some Miami Marlins regression here too. I think they're going to come back to the mean a little bit, and it might start tonight. So give me the Blue Jays first 5 money line. Yes, it is juicy, -160. A little less juice here for a second play. The Brewers first 5 money line, -120. Burns versus Kelly. Burns has been really, really good lately, kind of quietly. And I think there's going to be some regression for the D-backs too, who, by the way, are traveling to Milwaukee. And I should note that back in that Blue Jays game, the Marlins were on a 10-game away stand, if you will, and they traveled back to Miami last night. So it's not just the Blue Jays traveling from Texas. The Miami Marlins were out of town for 10 straight games, and then they finally got back to Miami last night. So when it comes to the Brewers first 5 money line, again, Burns has been elite. The strikeouts are way up. He allowed 7 hits in his last start against the Twins, but the 2 starts prior to that, only 2 hits against the Orioles, and he only allowed 2 hits against the Reds. And again, I'm looking for some regression with Kelly, who has started to allow quite a few walks. So I like the Brewers here at a pretty decent price at home, first 5 money line, -120.
I am so glad you found this play, because the only reason the number is what it is because Burns had a horrible April. That's it. Because the last 3 or 4 starts, he has been unhittable. And we get him at -120. I would encourage you to put it in right now because my man moves the line. This will go off at 140, 150. I guarantee it. All right. Now, I've got 2 plays from SportsLine itself. And if you're not a SportsLine member, first of all, what are you doing? We've proven ourselves time and time again. But use a promo code TROPHY, and I'm going to give you 30 days for $1. Just $1. You can come check out all my cappers, all my simulations, all the articles. Just like Proppy said, he'll have one for the K-Props coming up in just a little while. But we've got Mad Max and the Thunderdome. He's an incredible researcher, incredible talent, incredible capper. And he loves the Reds on the run line today, -1.5. They've won 7 straight. The Rockies have lost 5 straight. Over the weekend, wait for it, the Rockies gave up 32 runs in 3 games to the Braves. 32! We'll take them on the run line. Then, Matty Severance. Oh, my goodness. 43-15. 43-15 in his last 58 baseball picks. Of course, we're going to put one of his plays on the show. Tigers on the money line, -145. This is Fade Jordan Lyles Day. You know, we have the Patrick Corbin Day. This is Jordan Lyles. He's 0-11. His ERA is almost 7, yet they still put him out there. 4 of his last 5 outings, he's allowed at least 5 runs. I almost added the first 5 for this game. Maybe I will. All right, those are 2 plays from SportsLine itself. Now, I told you if you waited until the end of the show, you would be rewarded. Now, Buckets, I'm like a heavyweight champ. And when I win the title, I don't run and hide. I defend said championship. So with your best friend in the lower corner, and with your nemesis, or one of them, in the upper right-hand corner, I am here today as I looked at because I do it every single day, my soccer capping, and I looked at such an incredible lineup at 2:45 p.m. Eastern time. For those people who don't know, I just went 2-0-1 on Saturday, correct? Beat you in a showdown, yes?
Correct.
Does that upset you, Buckets? It sounds like you're a little frustrated right now.
I'm not too upset, Coach, because even a broken clock is right twice a day, right? You know, it happens to everyone. So congrats on your win there, but I'm not upset about it. Not at all.
Interesting. And we all made donations to Pause for People. That's our charity, correct?
Correct.
because you're at the early edge. If you don't know, we love our pets. Love our pets. Probably more than each other, to be honest. All right. So I'd love to run it back. It's not that super busy of a Monday. So how about we make 3 picks? Put them out on social media this afternoon before 2:45 Eastern. Let's say by 2:30 Eastern, we have our picks. Give people a chance, or 2:15. And we'll do 3. And the loser has to do the mandatory $100 donation. And when I win, I'll probably do it again because I'll have made money on my 3 picks. Is that something you'd be into?
Absolutely, Coach. I'd be into that.
Snake, let me do Bucket's job for you. Hit the music. Jeez.
It's gonna be a showdown.
Can't even do showdowns right. Oh. James says, Coach versus Bucket SummerSlam 23. I was a part of 15 SummerSlams, Buckets. 15. You're not even 15 yet. I was in 15 SummerSlams. All right, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here's the recap, courtesy of the Snake on the 1s and the 2s. Oh, this is going to be a glorious day. We're going to cash a bunch of tickets, and I'm going to show my next level top soccer capping. Propstarz, Blue Jays money line -155. Then the counts. We're staying in that same game. We're going first 5 -160. Yes, we understand. The juice is a little heavy today, but sometimes you got to pay it. Do you know where they don't tell you that? Yeah, you know where. Brewers first 5 money line -120. Get all over this right here, right now. Then European qualifying today on the pitch. Armenia team total over 1.5 -130. Coach endorsed. Gibraltar +3.5 -130. Then 2 plays from the site. Mad Max is on the Reds -1.5, and Matty Severance 43-15. He's on the Tigers on the money line today -145. Do not forget that we have 2 shows every single weekday. Amazing Grace and that crew over there at Early Edge and 5 at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I encourage you to turn on your notifications. That's an incredible show, amazing host, and they make killer picks as well. We're just better than them. That's all I'm going to say. We're just better than them. What a good start to your week. But this is the end of our week because I told you we do everything different. But with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your money. What? Marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay win. For our entire crew, Lobo, Proppy, Counselor, even Buckets. And of course, Snake always doing the hard work. We're trying to drive him crazy. It's what we try to do. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about right here at the Early Edge. Good luck.